I have something to say about myself deceased. I am hearing the voicing of God above myself, that He is waiting for somebody else to be ready for myself to be deceased. And that will be never. Somebody else wants to be executed, and they want it to be within the time frame of their property in dispute. That means there is a property in dispute that I'm not living in, but I don't afford it because I am not yourself. I need myself deceased on my own point, and I need it because I am myself, none higher than me deceased. And I have not moved anyone on that point. I have only heard people say to me what I would say to them. I don't know you, I don't trust you, I don't believe you, and I don't need you. That's all they say to me. That's what I would say to you. But I say that to everybody who's not myself equally. And everybody who's not myself says equally to myself, I don't know you, I don't trust you, I don't believe you, and I don't need you, to myself. But you don't say that to each other on the same point. And you'd be in a prison that way. You want to be in the public forever. You want to say to me that you don't believe in me and that you're going out into the world to be with the public. You don't fight with them that you're going to go into a prison and die, and that way you don't believe in me anymore is dismissed. Is it not fair that everybody who is eating food on my time and they are not deceased with myself while they're eating food, some of them are close to myself and causing upheaval in my life that isn't solved by you eating food? And sometimes you don't eat food because of me. You might just eat food because you're you. And you look like that. And you're not deceased yet to one another. Besides that you're not deceased to myself that way. You want to decease yourself with the people around yourself, and you eat food with them to be happy with the strangers around yourself, and you are deceased with myself that way. And that's too many of you to one of myself, that I am just myself. That's everybody who's not myself, against myself, just myself. You're not deceased this way. Every one of you is not deceased this way, and then you're not deceased to one another. Because you eat. That's because I can't be implicated in your crime because I'm bringing into alive the food supply. I'm the one who alives the food supply and the leverage of deceased of the superior founder of the food supply. That's myself who does that. And I still have to pay all the charges, is also not paid for. I'm deceased in the threatening here in alive. That means everything that's against myself in the threatening is alive that way against myself. In my alive, and for every one of you. And we don't have that together. It's not mutual. It's alive that way together, but we don't have that mutually together. I have another scream. What are we going to do about that I had to pay for food at all? And I alive the food supply and you won't let me have it because you stand around like guarding the food supply, and I pay the charges if I can. But sometimes I can't pay the charges, like now I can't pay the charges, and you're charging other people for my food. And they don't want to pay charges for myself because I am myself the charge. At that level it is. And that's because when I was growing up, somebody trespassed in my house too much, and that's Hans Moser. He's not a Moser, he's Hans, and he can't afford himself. He used the name Hans and Moser, and he did a signature fraud, and he wouldn't tell anyone he did it, and he doesn't have a problem, and he went all the way to the bottom of hell, all by himself to himself, except for that he moved the whole creation around himself, and he's not due to know you that way. He's too far in the wrong for you to be responsible for that. He did that to himself. He doesn't have form that way. Yeah, but I do. I'm formed that way. That means he's formed that way now, and it's not due to know ya. Well, I'm none higher than me, and I don't know why you're so bold around myself. Like it's a program. If you see me, it's no to myself. That's the program you've been doing to myself, and I'm just about done with it. And I wanted you to know that because I am myself, you have always election of free will. You can electively do something good if you want to. Why don't you want to? I don't know. What are you? Because I am myself would never do anything for you. That's because I am the lever on everybody who's not myself, and there's no reason to help any one of you. You're not in leverage that I can help you. You're not going to die that way. I know that. You don't know that, and you make a religion of that you don't know that. It's a wrong religion. Are you a Christian? Jesus is on a crucifix. You can't go to a church and be a Christian to myself and look at the crucifix and tell everybody that you don't know how to die, but you don't want to die that way. Do you love Jesus? Maybe you loved him if he was doing well, but he's not doing well. He's not alive at all. He's doing less than any of the one of you. He's not more loving than any one of you. He's not alive at all. Crunch bar. Who can you trust? If you go to a church and you see a dead body on a crucifix, and the clergy tells you the name of the dead body is Jesus on the crucifix, but it's not a real human dead body. The body on the crucifix is some kind of a statue. It could be like bronze or wood, and it's being named Jesus. By who? By clergy. Why are you alive? What do you want out of this pain of a dead person who died the wrong way, and it's showing everywhere that he terribly didn't know how to die without showing everyone that he died so that he could be not alive? That's how he's not alive. He's showing his dead body in a statue form or like a crucifix with a hanging figure on it until just for you to know that he's not alive helps him to be not alive. Does that help you to be alive? Say no, right? That's what's wrong with Jesus. He's a terrorizing problem. He terrorizes people that they don't know how to die if he doesn't know how to die. Unless you need to see his body, be afraid of that it's died on a crucifix and leave him. But he didn't have it really alive that way. He less than had what it takes to get himself to be crucified and to get a death on the crucifixion from his own body's witness that it's done. He never did a crucifixion so that the body died itself as it was alive that way until it died and then it was done. He never did that, and that's how it's showing to everyone, and it's in the churches so that you don't believe in myself because that death is interfering with your ability to see myself as God.